another driving vlog. Nothing too serious today. We got more packages to drop off at UPS this time, and we also need to go check out my PO box. So I figured bring you guys along and do another driving vlog. So today we're going to a new UPS location. I think it's near our new Publix. Google Maps was not helpful in this situation because the UPS store that used to be right by my house, they've closed. Like, they had a moving sign on the door. So let's go check this out and see if they're located here. All right, guys, I was right. It's right next to the new Publix. Google Maps said the new store was 8 miles away, and I'm just like, that doesn't sound right. So trusted my instinct. I checked out the new shopping plaza, and yeah, I was right. It's over here by the new Publix in Denver. So let's go drop off these packages and continue this journey. All right, guys, glad I didn't listen to Google Maps on that one. I talked to the, I guess, cashier, the UPS people, and they're like, yeah, Google Maps is rerouting people to a trailer park. I'm like, nice. So apparently my intuition was right, and just to check out the new location. So, but anyway, so today's vlog, I wanted to go over a couple things. First, you guys saw the Corvette quarter mile times. You know, I got the Corvette down to a 11.7 at 122, 123, something like that. And I'm talking to a few people. You know, the mile per hour should be good for a high 10, low 11. So I think we've still got some room for improvement. And I want to do a follow-up on my initial video, and that follow-up is, guys, that car was literally, I have not touched it since we put the heat exchanger on. I haven't touched the suspension settings. I haven't messed with the rev limiter. Sorry, the two-step rev limiter on the two-step. I haven't messed with any of that stuff. So I started looking around, started asking questions like, how can you improve your 60-foot time? And mostly what people were saying was just practice, practice, practice. So, you know, I would totally agree with that. Like, I think I could get a sub 2.0 60-foot time with just more practice and more launches and stuff like that. So to go along with practice, there are a couple suspension things I can change. I can adjust the rear coilovers to, so the FOTs go to like a 16, I believe there's 16 clicks on it. FOT Racing, I actually looked this up. I found out they actually recommend for drag racing that you put it to like between 10 to 12 fully tight. So not like 16 would be all the way tight. So 10 to 12 clicks for the launching it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust the rear coilovers to 12. Fronts, stick that to full soft, so 0 clicks or 1 click all the way to the left on the front coilovers. The suggested disconnect the front sway bar. I might just entirely remove the front sway bar because I think disconnecting it, I'm afraid the thing would move around. I have not driven that car with it disconnected, and I'm afraid, like, going around turns and stuff, the arms would hit the lower control arms. So maybe just remove it, because I'm gonna have to put the car in lift to adjust the suspension stuff anyway. So maybe just entirely remove the front sway bar. And the next thing was to adjust the rear sway bar to full stiff. My sway bars are actually tunable. They are both on the middle setting. There's like tight, medium, soft. They're on, both bars are on the medium setting, middle setting. So they suggest making the rear sway bar full stiff. So move it to the very last hole on that sway bar setup. So that's another thing to do. A third thing would be to adjust the rev limiter on the two-step. So maybe we will increase that to maybe 2750. I think raising it a little bit. No, I'm sorry, about maybe 2500. I think adjusting it just a little bit will help maybe launch a little bit quicker. Now that I can do with the track, that I can just pop the hood with a little screwdriver and turn that down or up, you know, depending. And so that's what, 3 front rear sway bar, coilovers, that's 3 adjustments. 4th adjustment, 2-step. 5th and last adjustment would be actually starting to mess with tire pressure. I'll be honest, guys, this is gonna sound bad, but I have no idea what the tire pressure is set to in those drag radials. It could be 25 PSI, it could be 30. I thought it was at 25 last time I looked at it, so that's way too high. Like, that tire pressure needs to be between like 18 and 20, maybe even lower. So that's another thing to consider. Definitely start messing with tire pressure. So those are 5 car adjustments that I need to make. The 6th adjustment would be me, and that would be just more practice. Like, I'm hoping with all these settings, maybe getting more weight to the rear axle, you know, the transaxle, maybe we can improve that 60-foot time. Like, it's killing me, you know. Everything else is fine. I think I could shift a little faster. People have recommended that too. But just getting that 60-foot time would just help so much, because the SS, I mean, I'm pulling like 1.6, 1.7 all day, and that car is stock. I haven't done anything to the suspension in that car. And I mean, yes, it's an automatic versus a manual, but still, it's like, I think, you know, adjusting all that stuff and the tire pressure hopefully will get me better than a 2.0. Hell, I would take a 1.7 at this point. Like, you know, that 1.7 that led to 11.4 in the SS. You know, if I could get those 3/10 with just improving the 60-foot by 3/10, yeah, that is true, because that's a 1.7 versus a 2.0. So, depending I don't screw up a shift, you know, I could increase the speed by up to 3/10. And another guy pulling out in front of you. Sorry, that's what you run into. Interesting people when you do these vlogs. But anyway, so just a few adjustments that I could do to the Corvette. Now, my intention is to get that car back adjusted before the end of the summer. I think so it's early July now, mid-July. Wow, I don't know where this month's gone. So it's mid-July right now, and I'm gonna take the SS out, leave it the way it is. You know, well, not that I can't change anything on it. Like I said, the suspension's stock. But take the SS out, drag racing one more time in the heat. I just want to see if the DA really does affect the times that much. And actually, we might be going drag racing tonight. It is Friday. It's 88 degrees out. So while that may not be ideal, it's still not 100 degrees or 90 in the 90s. And ZMAX actually pushed their start time from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So hopefully the night goes by quicker, and the later we race, the cooler it will be. Yeah, it's in theory. We'll see. So we'll get those DA measurements for you guys, and hopefully in the next week or two we get some drag racing for the SS. Now the Corvette, I actually am going to have to wait a while on that, because we've got truck videos for that for the next few weeks. You know, so after we finish the truck videos, we'll get back to the Corvette/SS. I'm not sure. Let me ask you this, guys. Do you mind me interrupting the truck schedule by throwing drag racing videos in it? Like, my drag racing content would be the main content for the week. So like the Wednesday video would be a drag racing update. Do you guys want to see that? I guess my question is, would you guys mind seeing those instead of seeing like DIY stuff? I don't know. So leave your comments and feedback on that below if you guys want to see that stuff. Alright guys, as you can see, we're here at the post office. Actually, just leaving the post office. I had to go through the copious amounts of previous owner's mail. And I like updating you guys on the guy's traveling violations. I'm sure we don't back in anyone. This guy now has a third speeding camera violation in the state of Maryland. Now each one of those is $40. And also they got an update on the tolls. So now he's got $120 worth of speeding camera violations. Now he has a $50 violation for not paying the toll. That's kind of ridiculous about the toll. Like, the toll's like $1 something, and now because he hasn't paid it within 30 days or whatever the penalty is, it's yeah, now it's $50. Now he's racking up $200. I also just got a tax notification from the county that I live in. So I'm guessing the guy moved. I'll look up there's actually a business name on the tax document. If I can find a phone number or something, I might give him a call and just be like, yo, what the heck? Because all the documents I have, they're straight to my P.O. Box number. There's no identification of where this person lives. Now that I've got a business name, I might be able to track this guy down. And I'm not in a bad way or anything, just let him know that, you know, he's got these fees and fines and stuff. So, but I'll give you guys an update on that. But this guy apparently goes to Maryland a lot, because the first two violations were in the camera violations. Those were in like March, April, and this latest one was in June. So, dude, like, I don't know how, maybe you just don't care, but these will catch up with you at some point. Like, didn't pay the tolls, didn't pay attention to the speeding cameras, and those things, I don't live in the state of Maryland, but I would think that those things are marked. At least they are in other states I've driven through, but I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're stopping for lunch. There's a restaurant in Denver called the Smokehouse Grill, and oh, I took that a little fast. I don't know if you can see the sign, but the Denver Smokehouse used to be called something else. They changed names recently. I don't really remember the name of the old place. All right, guys, I got a whole to-go bag of barbecue and mac and cheese and all that good old southern food, which is really unhealthy, but still tastes good. So, but that place was pretty good. They screwed up my order twice. Thought I was there to dine in, and I wasn't. I got my order to go because I have to get back to work. And yeah, I sat there for 30 minutes. Well, I didn't sit there. They thankfully refunded me my money, and so I got lunch for free, but still, I should have taken 5 minutes and was in there for 30. I didn't eat there. So, it's fine. I'm not gonna dog their company at all. I've eaten there multiple times. It was one of those really screwed up things, and at least I got my money back, which I was fine with that. So that'll be a good lunch when I get home. But we're now sitting in construction in wonderful Denver, North Carolina. So, but anyway, we were talking about drag racing, the guys' updates with fines and stuff. But anyway, I'll like I said, I'll reach out to that guy if I can and let him know that he's got all these good law enforcement targeting systems in Maryland, aka tickets. So, but anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna end this here. I didn't really have much else to go over, but I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Like I said, we've got a lot of truck content coming up. We got drag racing throughout the summer, at least 2 or 3 more times. And we're going to take the Corvette out at least one more time, and we're going to take the SS out at least one more time. Yeah, Corvette will probably take out 2 or 3 more times. The SS, I honestly, guys, I don't have much to prove. I just want to see if deflating the tires a little bit will get better traction. And yeah, nothing's changed in that car. The tune's the same and all that good stuff. So, and I wanted to see if DA really does affect the overall quarter mile times I'm thinking that it does. So, but once ZMAX closes in August, that'll be it for local quarter mile drag racing. You know, I've said in the past that I refuse to take my cars, specifically the Corvette, anywhere else just because of braking and towing and all that stuff. I just don't trust it because I think we're on borrowed time on some of the stock parts that we're using. But you know, if we break it, we'll fix it, come back and make it stronger and make more content for you guys. But my plan is to either rent or buy a trailer later this year. I want to get down to either Fayetteville or Rockingham, one of the other like quarter mile drag strips around here, and get some like fall / winter runs in. You know, that way it's nice and cold and the DA's not 3,000 like it's been. So actually, speaking of trailer, it just reminded me something. So Vengeance Racing is putting on another half-mile event at Heaven's Landing in Georgia. It's up in the North Georgia mountains / Western North Carolina. I think it's right in that triangle where like North Carolina, Georgia, and South Carolina meet. And that is going to be Vengeance Racing and Speed Addicts. They had a half-mile event there a couple weeks ago. It was actually the same weekend of Streetcar Takeover, and I had already made up my mind to go to that instead of the half-mile event, because the half-mile event was actually scheduled for June sometime, but that one got rained out. So my new goal is for a half-mile runs in October. I think it's October, yeah. They had it scheduled initially for September, but they bumped it to October, so they should have some really good cold, dense air in October. I'm not saying cold, but cooler. I would say October would probably be maybe in the 60s, maybe in the 50s. It just depends on the weather. But we wouldn't see any snow at that point. But you know, it won't be 100 out like it is now. So that's kind of my plan, is to get the Corvette ready for that. I've already talking with Vengeance Racing, and they were cool with the way the Corvette was sitting. You know, we'll probably do a couple more mods for that, and maybe we'll have another build series for the car this year. It won't be anything major. It'll just be a couple updates, a couple parts here and there, but it won't be anything major. It won't be like ripping out the transaxle and diff and all that stuff. So that's the announcement of the Vengeance Racing event. I'm actually looking forward to that. I wanted to do that for like 3 years now. Actually, I've been wanting to do that for a lot longer than that, but my only chance, which I should have done, was the North Carolina event that I will have a video in the link description above. Should have done that, but it just, Corvette wasn't done, and I wasn't sure how those events were going to turn out, but that would have been an awesome event to run at. So now, like a year and a half later, hopefully we get to the Georgia event, and we'll go from there. So that's really it for the announcements and updates today. I've kind of rambled in this video. I apologize for that, guys, but you know how it goes. So if you guys like the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And also, don't forget to help support the channel. Click the links below. Anytime you guys click those links and pick up stuff, that goes right back into the channel. And this racing stuff is expensive, guys. Tires and registration and all that crap. So that, I appreciate you guys when you help out with that. And we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.